Alright, hello everyone. Here we are back for another golf flash tutorial here. And this is going to be the Glenmonarch hole number 1. Very short par 4. And, the way that you go about picking a ball for this tour, you're not going to have to, on these short holes, go for distance. So here you can see my opponent using a Marlin. I'm probably going to use a Navigator. As long as you can get it up to a acceptable distance. Let's see if that comes back. It looks like it does. So side spin is definitely something that's a little bit nicer on this hole. Ooh, it's a very side wind. I thought my opponent had a little bit of a tailwind, so that's unusual. And I don't know if this has enough side spin. This is tight. That's a hard shot right here. So what you're going to see me do is pretty much max out a little bit with this little bit of extra power that I'm going to need to go. I'm going to go plus 10% with my adjustment and try to land it right around here. That's 6.2 rings. There's 5. There's 6. And relatively max curl. To kind of offset the wind effect, but also to kind of curl it through that little gully if at all possible. So let's just see if I can't get this getting over towards the, had I hit a perfect ball, it would have cut up through there, and you'll give yourself a nice, reasonable pitch. Now, this hole is covered on my channel, so I'm not too worried about not pulling it off. I'm pretty sure, you can find plenty of claw shots, thorn shots as well. Very straightforward approach, similar to what you might see my opponent do here. Now, what I'll usually do is about a 3 backspin, front door type. It looks like my opponent is going for a backspin type approach. Not something that I would recommend doing, especially in a straight wind like this. It's just kind of overcomplicating it. If you come in from the front, then you'll be able to, have very good ball control, and especially on a very straight wind, it'll just kind of not deflect very much and give you a very good chance to make it. But here you can see we're going to be landing this right around mid-club. There is some slight elevation, so I'm going to use maybe minus 5% here. I'm going to use my mid-club number here, pretty much spot on. It feels like about 50%, so I'm going to play it as such. And you can see with where I'm aiming, hopefully a little bit of run out, and you can see right around 1 ring is going to be my adjustment here. A little bit. So a little bit early. It's going to cost me for sure. It's going to shoot out towards the right. You're really going to need your perfect balls from the rough for sure, especially with the earlier club levels. But here you see with this hole, kind of a couple different ways you can go about doing this one. You could even use a little bit more power ball than I did off the tee and give yourself that much easier of an approach shot to where you might not need to full overpower. So just something to be thinking about, to cover all winds, or you can lay up a little bit more and get to a long iron. What you see that I do is try to get it up to that thorn distance to give you that extra chance to make it. Now I'm going to split these up, and I'll catch you guys on the shootout.